Ali, thanks for the opportunity to sit down and have a chat with you. The Oval and Glentoran have been part of this community for over 140 years, and for many people it feels like coming home when they come through the turnstiles. Whenever you land in Belfast and you catch your first glimpse of the Oval when you're coming here, does there feel like a sense of home for you?
It does actually. I get quite excited when I come here. I'm not from around here, of course, but I think these last 4 years have been very interesting for me. I feel so welcomed by the whole community here. It kind of is becoming a second home for me.
Good. And there's a saying about London, you wait for one and then two come at once. Since you bought the club, we've had the same manager for 3.5 years. Now we've had 3 and 6 months. Are you worried at all about the stability of the club with those changes?
No, that's football. I mean, even 3 years is quite a long time, I guess, sometimes to have a manager. That was the plan all along. We always said that Mick would be there for 3 to 5 years, and then move upstairs and have a replacement. So Rodney was brought in for that exact purpose. He was hired by the club to replace Mick. Now Mick left sooner than we expected, and Rodney moved up. So it was a surprise on the timing of it, but it wasn't a huge shock, no.
And you talked initially of a 3-year plan in terms of the club's financials. Now at the 4-year mark, how do you reflect on your time so far with Glentoran?
Look, it's been challenging, of course. Obviously, some things weren't in our control. COVID really delayed things financially and from a time perspective. So we kind of lost a whole year really with COVID. But we're still on track. I mean, the club financially is in a very strong position. So we're hoping. I was with the finance guys this morning. For the season coming up now, we won't need any money from me. So the club is kind of running itself now, and that's a huge difference to where we were 5 years ago. So to see that, I think, is quite. I'm quite proud of that, to be honest. It means it's working out. So far, from business perspective and kind of in the back office, we're on target. Now, on the pitch, you have to see some improvement, basically.
And it's no secret that Mick McDermott was a key player in bringing your investment to the Oval. For whatever reason, there's an idea that's floated from time to time that you bought Glentoran as a bit of a side project, and it was made easier because of your relationship with Mick. But if we don't win a trophy, you might get bored and leave, or if we don't qualify for Europe, you might pull out. I know you've been asked this more subtly and more tactfully than this, but I wanted to be direct and just asking you, as fans, should we be worried now that Mick is no longer the manager, that you might walk away?
No, not at all. To just answer your question, first of all, yes. I mean, Mick brought me here, and we were together in this, so that meant a lot. I took comfort in the fact that there was someone here. I'm not from here. He was from here. He knew it very well. And not just Mick, the whole team actually, Paul as well, and the board. We worked very closely together. So having Mick was obviously something which gave me comfort. But after 3 years, I was sad to see him leave, but it doesn't change my commitment to the club. Not at all. There's never a partnership where if he goes, I go. There's never any talk of that. So I think it's a bit premature to be having those thoughts. No, I'm very much committed to the club. Mick is missed, I think, but he's still very much involved. He's still a board member, and we talk quite often. And I'm still here.
And is it frustrating then you're here with a long-term commitment, but this fear or rumour that you're going to walk away maybe circulates? Can you put that notion to bed now?
I don't know where these things come from, to be honest. I've told everyone time and time again, I'm in this thing for the long term. I was here not long ago and I met everyone, and literally nothing's changed. So rumours are rumours, but often, there's not much truth in them. So I'm very much committed, nothing's changed whatsoever.
And you said in October, first and foremost, you're a fan and it's emotional. How were the nerves and emotions towards the end of the season and the games leading up to our qualification for Europe?
My nerves were all over the place. Even when it's good, I've got to tell you, it's been so stressful as a fan. It's been a roller coaster of emotion, isn't it? I mean, and it's a hope that kills you. Like, we started off so well, we were untouchable. I thought, this is it, we're going to win everything. And maybe I jinxed it, I don't know. But then when the injuries kicked in from November onwards, it just went downhill. And even when Rodney took over, even then, I was with Mick actually in Dubai, in February time. And even then we thought, you know what, we might actually still win the league. Because there wasn't much in it at that time. So, it was disappointing. It's hard on the nerves for sure. But that's the nature of the business, isn't it? That's what football is.
We've got European football to look forward to this summer. We've the highest attendance in the league last season. Are there plans to keep growing the club on and off the field?
Growing the club?
Yep.
Absolutely. The club has a long way to go. Look, the benchmark's been set. Right? The benchmark was what we were 20 odd years ago. You see the photos of the Oval being packed, 15, 20,000 people for big games. I want those days again, and those days will come back. When, I don't know, but the potential's there. The football is improving in Northern Ireland, the league is improving. Glentoran's up there. We're a brand. Glentoran is a brand in Belfast. I want to make that a brand nationwide, internationally. That's my plans for the medium to long term. So yeah, we have to keep growing for sure.
And what can the supporters expect in terms of movements in the current transfer window? Is there money there to invest in new players?
Well, the money's there. I think I'd like to keep some of our old players too, right? I mean, some players are out of contracts. I'd love to keep them still, at least for the next few years, keep them on board and keep strengthening the team. So, yeah.
And Stadia funding then, 12 years since it was allocated, still no sign. I know you're as frustrated by that as the rest of us. Government funding aside, are you looking at the commercial benefits of the likes of the 4G pitch or new facilities can bring?
Oh yeah, for sure. A 4G pitch has to happen. We applied for planning, we're still waiting for that. I hope to have it installed by now, but it's too late now. So I think for next year we'll have that put in. That's a game changer because that means we can use the Oval more and more. It becomes more of a hub for the local community. So that has to happen. On the Stadia funding, I have no idea really. I think with Casement Park though, things moving forwards there, that may help us. So we just have to sit back and see. We've lobbied enough. The NIFL is lobbying. I spoke to Jared Lawler not long ago. He used to work hard on this. So we're optimistic. It's not just us. I mean, I was surprised when I was at the game against Cliftonville a few months ago. I was surprised that their stadium was just as bad as ours, right? So they need the funding as well. So it's not in our hands really. The government has to sort themselves out basically.
I see them with our women's side as well, are having a lot of success at the minute. They're in All-Ireland competition this weekend. Things going from strength to strength there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I used to joke with Kim and the other guys, every time our men's team were doing so well, the women's team were doing better, so we're kind of cheering up a bit. No, they're doing phenomenally, very, very, very well. I'm very proud of them. And look, that's an area which has to grow, not just for Glentoran, but I think nationwide. So big games coming up. I think we have a very strong future there, I think, with the women's team, and something that I'm following very closely. Sure.
I think everybody knows you're involved in business around the world, which means you can't be here at every match, but you do follow the games wherever you are in the world. I know both Mick and Rodney have said that they've had messages from you before the game, after the game, so whilst your expertise might be business, you do still love football as well.
I love Glentoran. I can't say I love football. Honestly, I'm not a huge football fan. I watch the bigger games, national games. I watched the final the other night, Man City, but Glentoran is different. I mean, I try to watch every game or follow it on social media, follow the results and so on. Very stressful times, especially if I'm outside the world on a business trip. A stressful day of meetings, then we're 2-0 down. It doesn't help. But the good side is, sometimes if I have a bad day and we're winning a game, that's another positive sign.